Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel, and welcome back to the land of spittin' kittens. So smitten-y in this land that I took a week off again from filming. And once again, maybe you didn't know that I took a little hiatus, but maybe you did, and maybe you missed me. And if you missed me, well, damn it, I missed you too. And speaking of kittens, I can hear mine snoozing in the other room. Sounds peaceful. Anyways, somehow it has been 4 months since my last empties video, and in that time I have managed to amass another full bag worth of products. So I decided that, you know, why not film another empties video? I have nothing of particular value to talk about today, so I thought we would just do a standard empties. And considering that it is also coinciding with the start of my Christmas holiday, I'm off for 2 weeks. As of the day I'm filming this, December 16th, it's nighttime. December 17th is my first full day off. I decided that I would adorn myself in PJs and have a glass of wine. So cheers if you are also starting the beginning of your Christmas holiday, and let me just tell you, we all deserve it. We all deserve a holiday. It has been another absolute clusterfuck, mindfuck, bonkers time. And it just seems to keep snowballing, but in spite of that, I'm still existing in the land of spittin' kittens, and I'm not mad about it, you guys. My cup runneth over and my bag is full of empties. What a pair. So shall we dig in? Without further ado, I've got lots in here. There's everything from skincare and makeup and candles. Maybe we'll start with the candles because they're seasonally, well, one is seasonally inappropriate, the other one is seasonally appropriate. And then they're heavy and I can get them out of the way. I've been blowing through candles. I don't know about anybody else. And speaking of candles, the new Savant, which is Ingrid Nilsson's new kind of like lifestyle home company. Maybe it's just candles, but they released a candle a couple of weeks ago and it is on its way to me and I cannot wait. If you follow Hey Khaki, as I always recommend that you do, on Instagram and Khaki Reviews Beauty here on YouTube, she got the candles and she actually had to blow it out because her husband got so mad because it smelled like brownies and there weren't any. And you know what? As someone who can't eat brownies, bring it on. Bring on all of the delicious smelling candles. I don't know if you can see this one that's on, but it smells like vanilla cupcakes and it's glorious. So this empty is yet another candle from Home Sense because duh, it was seasonally appropriate for spooky season, obviously. And it was the scent Pumpkin Soy Latte from S&F, which, do I know what that brand is? No, it's just a Home Sense purchase, but like this is a big chonky candle and I burned all the way through it. And it still smells pretty good. And I know a lot of people don't like fake pumpkin-y scent things, but this was really nice. In fact, this candle that I have going on now is a lot sweeter. This wasn't as sweet, so if I can find this candle again next year, will I repurchase it? Yes, I will. I have to do some better work on actually properly emptying this. I got most of the wax, but there's still residue, so I need to get all of that out before I can recycle. But if you watched my last empties video, which if I remember, I will link it here, that's when we did the whole spiel about like whether or not things are actually recycling, and I went in depth about you know, just the end of life of products and how that really rests on the consumer's shoulder despite all of the greenwashing that big brands like to do, especially now that, you know, sustainability is the latest greatest keyword. And despite all of that, virtually nothing is actually recyclable. And the fact that recyclability all depends on which municipality you live in, which country you live in, etc., etc. Since then, I believe I posted this as a comment on that first empties video, I did get a TerraCycle box, and I only got this small one, which is still pretty expensive, and I was a little bit concerned about how small it was in comparison to the price, me thinking that I was going to be filling this up rapidly. I don't even think it's a quarter full. So like, is it worth it? Even just for the peace of mind alone, I'm going to say yes. Anyways, moving on to my next candle, which is actually a holdover from last Christmas season. And I have spoken about this candle brand before on my channel. It's the Market Candle Company, which is local to me here in Ontario. She is in Newmarket. And this was the scent Gingerbread Latte. And like, I really burnt this. The wick is still in there because it's like heavily glued. So I gotta yank that out. But this candle, oh my God. I need to see if she's selling this scent again. But the notes are gingerbread, espresso, and caramel. And like, this is everything that I want in a room fragrance. Just a life fragrance. Please just put me inside of a gingerbread house that also has espresso and caramel. It was glorious. And I like these little jars. If I didn't already have a stack of empty jars, I would keep this, but I don't need it. So I'm gonna yank out the wick and then it will be recycled. But yeah, Market Candle Company makes great stuff. If you are in Ontario, highly recommend that you check Market Candle Company out. Woman-owned, small business. She's awesome. She's also hilarious. So follow her on Instagram and just like give her all of the love. Love a small business woman. All right, where to next? I actually have, I think one fragrance. So we'll go thematically. And this is the Ellis Brooklyn like little mini tester in sci-fi. I think I've used this a couple times maybe on my channel. I ordered months and months and months ago the like $25 tester pack. And this was pretty much the only one that I liked. Very like citrusy, orange scented. It was nice. And aside from like my Vanilla Woods Rollerball, which I have been using a lot again lately, this is kind of like the size of perfume that I use. I'm not really a fragrance person. The last time that I had like large bottles of perfume, like full-size bottles, was, oh God, like high school. And I think when I was mentioning in my mistakes video, if you watch that, I'll also link that here. That was like Britney Spears Fantasy. Like that's what I smelled like in high school. I don't know about you guys. But this is like the size, acceptable size for me now, because I just don't really wear a lot of heavily scented products. If I do, again, it's like body lotions and lip gloss and my new deodorant. So I always smell like a cookie, not necessarily because of perfume though. But if you like orange, citrusy scented things, Sci-Fi by Ellis Brooklyn is actually quite nice. But again, if you're kind of like a scent hesitant person, $25 for like a sampler package is pretty okay, especially if you have other women or gender non-confining folk in your family. You can like split it up because everyone has different scent preferences. So I was pretty proud of myself though that I like actually finished this. That feels like a triumph. Okay, I'm gonna pull out some of the makeup here. Well, makeup and like things you put on your face. I mean, technically all of this is things you put on your face, but there's a lot. And I think we've talked about this before, but like when you actually manage to empty out something, like what a freaking accomplishment. You know, sometimes, especially in these times, you gotta celebrate the small things. So I'll start with kind of like the tester size. The first is a little tester here of the Ritual Defy concealer. I can't remember the full name of it, but it's the one that I've been using recently, and this is in the shade Naiad. Y'all, I love this, and I actually have like officially hit pan on the full-size product. This is probably one of the only times where I've actually used a tester and then bought the full-size product. And we all know how I feel about Ritual Defy. I love their products, I love their formulas, I love the colors, I love the vibe. Hate the fact that all of their packaging is in black plastic, but again, now that I have the TerraCycle box, it does make things a little bit easier on my soul. But I really, really, really like this product. Will I continue to purchase it? Yeah. I'm pretty much exclusively using the Ritual Defy concealer and the Rose Ink concealer these days. That's like, those are my two staples. So yeah, testers are great. And that Naiad shade is like, it is a perfect match for me, which is fabulous. Then there's another kind of like tester size, and it is the Ilia Fade Into You Soft Focus. Oh my gosh, I brought out that spooky season candle and now I'm just in the vibe. It is the Ilia Fade Into You Soft Focus Finishing Powder, and it is just this teeny tiny mini size because I'm not really a powder girl. Does it tell me? This is 1.5 grams. It took me 4 years, 3 years to finish this. That's how much I use powder. Like, I use it very sparingly, but it is a beautiful, beautiful product. And honestly, would I repurchase this again? Yes, but like probably if I could find this size again, I would do that. Because I have other powders in my collection and it's just also taking me eons to use. Like, I hit pan kind of, I can like see a glimmer of the pan in my Light Beauty powder. But again, that's another one that I've had for years. At this point, years. I bought that in store pre-pandemic. So we're going into 2022, like just let that sink in. Okay, a couple lip products here. One is, I guess they're technically both lip balms. And we know I'm a lip balm girl, have to have a lip balm and a hand cream in every single room, in every single bag, ever. So this is the Hurrah lip balm in Coffee Bean. Again, it smells delicious, feels great. I used this all the way. And does anyone ever actually finish lip balms? I feel like more often than not, we actually just lose them. Like back in the day when we were all using Burt's Bees, Bert just liked to take off. He just liked to grow feet and run away. But I finished a lip balm and I really liked it. Hurrah has all kinds of different scents and flavors. I like their stuff. Then another empty, and like there's still technically some in the cap, but I can't twist it up anymore, and I don't have the wherewithal to like scoop that out. But this is the Milk Makeup Kush Lip Balm in the color Bubble. Also a beautiful, beautiful product. Really liked this shade, that like pinky tone. It's really sheer. I don't know if you can kind of see it picking up there. Again, it's like, it's so flat. There's not that much left, but loved the shade. Obviously loved it enough to literally use it right to the end. And I like the Kush lip balms because they have that like minty thing going on and they don't leave that like ring. Just overall really nice. And I'm currently also using the just like regular like plain one. I don't know where that is. I think it's in my backpack maybe. I've got 2 mascaras here, which I think I would definitely repurchase if I was in a pinch or like needed to not spend a significant amount of money. The first is the CoverGirl Lash Blast Clean, which I have been using frequently. And yeah, once it kind of dried out, I liked it a lot more. I mean, that's kind of standard for most mascaras. I feel like they need to dry out a little bit before they really give you the va-va-voom, but I liked this, especially in combination with the Ilia Limitless Lash, which is still sort of going strong. It's going to be finished soon too, but again, if I'm in a pinch, I'll repurchase. And the other one is the Essence What the Fake Volumizing and Lengthening Mascara, which if you're really in a pinch financially, this is fabulous. It flaked a little bit, but like not so badly that I hated it. I really liked the effect. Overall, Essence really just does do mascara well. Then we have the 100% Pure All Over Glow in Deeply Sun-Kissed. This is very clean, like exceptionally clean. I did not actually finish the whole thing. If you remember, this was like the bronze stuff that I was using and mixing into my mineral sunscreens that didn't have a tint in them like months and months and months and months ago. Also really loved this, but it has like a 6-month expiry limit and I pushed it way beyond that and it kind of started to smell. So I maybe had like a third, like a quarter to a third left. So there was still a significant amount of product left, but it had just passed its expiry. So that was that. Will I repurchase this? I don't know. It was lovely, but I feel like there's so many different options of stuff like this. I like to explore. Okay, next I'm gonna do, I think, hair, body, and then we'll dive like into the skincare stuff because that's, I think, where the most is. I'm just gonna yank everything out here. Body. Ooh, wait, there's one more makeup thing, technically, that I was using for makeup. I guess it's also hair, so it's relevant. I finished my mini Got to Be Glued. This is all done. My eyebrows have been locked onto my forehead for months now, thanks to this little 35 milliliter bestie. I have another one somewhere, but I don't think I'm gonna open the other one anytime soon. I really want to finish my actual like soap brows. And then I still have a few like tinted brow mousses and brow gels to work my way through. But again, brows on a budget. Either do this or just like go buy a bar of clear soap and you're good to go. And don't fall, I've said this before, don't fall for Got2B's rebranding of this product into an actual eyebrow gel because it's more expensive. Like this is in the like travel section at the drugstore. It's so inexpensive and it works like a charm. It fucks up your spoolies, but small price to pay, I suppose, especially if you have the ones with the bamboo handles, because you can twist off the spoolie and then like recycle or compost the bamboo handle. So, you know, it's not the worst thing in the world. Hair. So I am back on my solid shampoo officially. I worked my way through a couple bottles of shampoo, including this one here, just because I was in a pinch and, you know, hair on a budget. This is the Herbal Essences Bio Renew Sulfate-Free Eucalyptus and Potent Aloe. I don't know why it's Potent Aloe, but it's none of my business, really. It was fine. What I will say, I work through conditioner much, much slower, so I still have some of this left. And I tend to like to use conditioner to shave with. If you have the conditioner in this scent, do not use it in your nether regions. Public service announcement. Eucalyptus and your vagine do not mix. No, no, especially if you nick yourself. Okay, I had a sampler of the Inner Sense Organic Beauty shampoo and conditioner, but the shampoo is more of the like no poo style shampoo. I really liked that. I didn't like the conditioner. Most of the hair like styling products that I use are Inner Sense and I love them. I think it's a really great price point. Most of the products smell like creamsicle. They work well. I have like very fine hair, so I can't use anything that's like too heavy. I really like the like texturizing cream. I also use the gel sometimes if I just kind of like have, you know, second or third day hair that I want to curl and just want to kind of give it a little bit of hold. I prefer that rather than like an all-out hairspray. Inner Sense is great. And again, the like no poo shampoo was lovely. If I wasn't fully on the like bar shampoo train, I probably would pick that up more often, but I didn't like the conditioner. So that's my 2 cents on Inner Sense. And then this is technically not an empty, but it will be finished soon, so I'll just tell you. This is one of my favorite solid shampoos or shampoo bars. It's the Jack 59 Vitality for oily hair. I've pretty much used all of their scents though because I don't really like following rules, so I go by my nose rather than what it says on the box. But Jack 59 is great. And this is a Canadian brand, so for all of my Canadian friends, if you're looking for solid shampoo and conditioner bars, definitely check these guys out. You can find them on most like online marketplaces, like I think well.ca carries it. I think the Green Jungle Beauty carries these guys. Kinsfolk definitely does. They're just, it's a great product. I think you can find this in like Noah's Natural Foods and other like natural Whole Foods type stores. The price point is a little bit higher than a bottle of shampoo like Herbal Essences, obviously, but when you compare it to the amount of bottles that you will be saving, like this one says this replaces 3 bottles. So like totally worth it. It's in a cardboard box that's fully recyclable. And I mean, I started out using Lush shampoo bars, which are heavily fragranced, and I didn't feel like did the greatest job, but it was a nice transition when I was just kind of starting out. But I've found, you know, this brand, there's another brand, a small business in Montreal that I really want to try at some point. And again, from the Green Jungle Beauty Shop, I think it's Natural Wisdom, the brand Natural Wisdom. They make a absolutely amazing shampoo bar. It is absolutely phenomenal. I don't have the package because they're so like eco-friendly and sustainability minded that all of their packaging is like reused. Like all of their soap bars, I've bought this shampoo bar a couple of times. It like comes in like pages from a book. And then they just kind of like stick it together with their label. It's absolutely the sweetest thing ever. But if I remember to, I will stick a picture of the shampoo bar here and then link it down below as well, just because it really is a phenomenal shampoo bar. It's a little bit more expensive than the Jack 59, but I'm all about the solid shampoo life. And also when you're traveling, it's so ideal because you're not carrying a liquid. It's small and compact and it lasts forever. This is kind of not, this is a miscellaneous sort of like body face thing, but I finished a bottle of tea tree oil. I use this for blemishes, wounds, cleaning, all things. I go through tea tree oil pretty quickly, like definitely several bottles a year, so just a thing that I happen to throw in. Okay, then two things from the same brand, both in the body category. And did I already do something from Based? Maybe. Plant-based ingredients, get it? And this is the scent Creme Brulee, and it is delightful. This is the body lotion. They also have a body cream. Again, I'm such a sweet scent person, and this is really absolutely delightful. I love the texture. I love the hydration. And it's not a terrible price point. It's really nice. You get 250 milliliters, lasts a really decent amount of time. I have another one that's like maybe this full that's in my like little knitting box right now upstairs. It's great. I love it. And then I also had the body scrub in the same scent, the coffee body scrub. I just bought this like on a whim when I bought this. I don't know how many months ago. Like it was definitely spring or summertime. But I don't love buying a body scrub. I probably won't repurchase this again unless it's like a super treat, because you can just make your own coffee body scrubs or any kind of body scrub for so much less expensive. Like literally just go to Winners or HomeSense or literally the grocery store, like No Frills or wherever, buy a cheap bag of coffee and just make your own with some olive oil and like castor oil and like maybe a little bit of brown sugar. Like so easy. It's unnecessary to actually buy body scrub. Anyways, I think all that's, oh wait, one more body thing. Okay, sorry. A shaving cream. Chef shave cream. I think I showed this on my channel once. Again, it was kind of on a whim. I was like, oh, I haven't used shaving cream in a while. I always just use like olive oil or soap or conditioner. Maybe I should give my legs a break and like actually use a proper shaving cream. It was fine and also pointless. I mean, I guess if you're like shaving way more frequently than I do, like I have a tendency to wax. I think we've talked about this before. I have a tendency to wax more than I do shave. Particularly, I do not shave my armpits. I wax like everything from here up. Here up is what I meant to say, like, you know, above the belly button. And then when I really have the patience, I will wax my legs. So a shaving cream is kind of purposeless for me. But if you are a frequent shaver, this is a lovely, very like gentle, fragrance-free shaving cream. So there's that to take into consideration. Okay, I think the rest is all, oh my God, no, there's one more. Oh my gosh, it's like Mary Poppins bag in here. It just keeps coming. This I finally finished. This is from Lush. It's the Sleepy Shower Gel. This looks deceiving. It's just because it was laying on its side. It is actually empty. There's just like a strip left. This was from a Christmas gift last year. I completely forgot that I had this Lush box. It was in the back of my vanity underneath my sink. And I used this in a couple of bubble baths and it was fine. But again, Lush is heavily scented and it's not something that I would repurchase. Smells great if you don't want a headache. It was fine. I didn't use it as shower gel. I used it as bubble bath. Okay. Skincare, skincare, skincare. Where do we start? We'll start with the minis because there's quite a lot of minis in here. And because I'm mini, I like miniature things. We're friends. But also, you know, Sephora points. There's one in here that I bought stupidly because I didn't read properly. So we'll start with that one just because it's funny. So this is the Hugens Paris La Crème Visage Supernature Organic Face Cream. I bought this fully thinking that it was a full-size product from the detox market. It's not like they listed this as a miniature. I didn't look at the like quantity or whatever, the like volume of the product because what kind of psychopath does that? But the like product imagery just showed the bottle, and when you're just looking at a bottle with nothing in like relation to it to show you the like size context, it would appear as a full-size product. And like in my teeny tiny hands, perhaps it looks larger than it is, but this is a tiny bottle, okay? Like here's another mini in comparison. Here's a full-size product in comparison. Mini. So I was real mad when I got this order, again, however many months ago, and was like, Anywho, it was fine. I will not repurchase this though. It was fine. Yeah, not gonna repurchase. I prefer, like, the scent was very light and fresh, but I like just a different kind of moisturizer. I'm using one that is like very thin right now, but it's so hydrating, and I just felt like this one did the whole like mattifying thing, which I hate because I don't like the way that it makes my skin feel. Even if it, like, if your skin looks great mattified, I don't like that like feeling. No, I don't. It's unpleasant. Then there is the First Aid Beauty Pure Skin Face Cleanser. Lovely. Nice. I think this was like a Sephora Rewards Bazaar thing. It was great. And I had taken this camping with me, and then once it was open, I just wanted to use it all. So there you go. Will I repurchase the full size? Probably not. But not because it's bad, just because, as we know, I'm a skincare explorer. But if there was like another mini or a Rewards Bazaar option, absolutely. And it's hilarious because I've used all of these minis and now all of a sudden need minis because I just do, okay? Because I might not be sleeping at my own house all of the time right now. And I used up all my minis because I was like, where am I going? We're still in the middle of a panorama. I'm not going traveling. I'm not staying over at anybody's house. I can use my minis. No, you dumbass, save them. So now I have no minis. But I keep the jars sometimes when they're glass, so there's that. Then there is this little guy. Look at how cute. So cute. This is the Fit Glow Beauty Day Essence, and as we know, I really like the Night Essence, so when there was an option to get this as a tester, or maybe she just snuck it in one of my packages for me. I can't remember. Lovely. But I've got my beef with Fit Glow and their packaging. So whether or not I will purchase that will all depend on how I can repurchase like the full size, but it was lovely. They really do make lovely products. It's just their packaging that I have a beef with. And not because I'm a packaging snob in terms of like style or aesthetic. It's more the way that they like market their refillability that just pisses me off a little. Then there, if you guys recall, I think maybe one of the Sephora sales, I got the like duo, the Lila B Aglow face mist and priming oil. Still have barely put a dent in the priming oil. Like, what a friggin' mistake, because I don't use primers. But the Aglow face mist was lovely. And I may actually keep this little thing. There's like still some like a squirt. That was probably the last squirt in there. But the little jar is nice and it's glass, so like that's good for travel if it is a little bit heavy. But it's, I like the spray, like the atomizer on it. Is that what it's called? It's got a good mist. So that might be set aside and not recycled. But it's expensive, so I probably won't repurchase it. And I don't really use face mists or setting sprays that often. I'm experimenting with a setting spray right now just for shits and giggles, but I don't know. I'll just keep this and that will be my souvenir, my memento from the time. Okay, then we have two moisturizers here. A little mini Youth to the People Super Berry Hydrate and Glow Dream Mask. Always a fan of Youth to the People products. Always use these to their fullest extent. And where Youth to the People is concerned, I always really like buying the little like box sets, like the starter kits. I don't know if it's just because I like many things or if it's because I am too much of a weenie to actually purchase the full size, but these tend to last a while, and these are the kinds of containers and jars that I actually do like to keep. You can wash them out easily and then reuse them when you are traveling or having sleepovers. So yeah, this is one of my favorites. I think I prefer this one to the Adaptogen cream, but it's lovely. I like it. Then this is the first time I tried this. It's the Pharmacy Daily Greens Oil-Free Gel Moisturizer with Moringa and Papaya. I loved this. I think when I finished, I really like the scent of it, and I'm assuming that that's the Moringa, but it's really lovely. And I think when I finish all of my various balms and oils and lotions, This is definitely a product I will consider repurchasing in the full size because it is really nice. Like Pharmacy really did a solid, and I have not used an oil-free moisturizer like probably since high school. So I was very reticent about giving this a try in the first place when it kind of first hit the market, but no, it's really nice and it does a very beautiful job and leaves your skin feeling hydrated and refreshed. And yeah, it's a good one. Okay, these next two were Sephora Rewards Bazaar items on the like one time that they actually had really sweet stuff in the Rewards Bazaar that I wanted, each for 100 points. Loved both of these so much, but the full-size products are so outrageously expensive. I don't think I can actually stomach purchasing them. And I'm going to be starting another no-buy probably in January, so no. It's not going to happen. Nevertheless, this first one is the Tata Harper Clarifying Cleanser. This is so lovely. I've tried one other Tata Harper cleanser before. It's, I think, the exfoliating cleanser with the little gritties in it. Like really good shit, but this is so expensive. The full-size product is $101 Canadian. I don't know where the one comes from, just maybe like the exchange rate, but oh, so good. But like, how can you stomach that? No, no, no. So I really relished my time with this little mini. It was delightful. I loved it. At some point, maybe I'll gift this to myself, maybe like my birthday. But, And then this, similarly, is outrageously expensive in the full size. It's the Biossance Squalane and Lactic Acid Resurfacing Night Serum. Like, actually does some shit. A full-size serum is like $89 Canadian. Again, something I will have to treat myself to once a year. No. Okay, I finished. Oh, sunscreen. This is the Garnier Green Labs Brightening Serum Cream with SPF 30, broad spectrum SPF 30, and Pina C. I really like this. I am working on my second one, so I've already repurchased this, and I haven't noticed any like reactions in my skin or in my personality or in my body by being bitten by the chemical sunscreen bug. So like, thank you Garnier Green Labs for putting out something that I could approach hesitantly and be pleasantly surprised by. Probably will continue to repurchase this because there's really nothing wrong with this product, and I don't think I'm getting any skin damage from this kind of sunscreen style product, so it's good. Then I have the Ren Keep Young and Beautiful Instant Brightening Beauty Shot Eye Lift. Did this do anything? Don't fucking know. Maybe I actually have to be like over 40, or maybe I just like will start drinking more wine and then my skin will change, or I don't know. I just have to like treat myself poorly to actually notice like anti-aging things, like effectiveness of that kind of product. I don't know. I just don't think that this particularly did anything for me. And it was expensive. The one that I'm using right now, I prefer much more. And again, with Ren, this is like an impossible piece of packaging to recycle properly because it's got that little like suction thing. Like the component is just so complicated and hard to take apart, and like you can't clean it properly. So don't love that. Then there is this one, which like the lettering is coming off of the jar because I used it so much. This is the Apis Apotheca Honey Mallow Replenishing something lip. I can't remember because it's rubbed off. So good. Honestly, this was the best freaking balm ever. If I did not already have a number of like balms and like really intense moisturizing things for this winter, I would 100% be repurchasing this again to really help my skin get protected from the elements. But this is lovely. And I really like the brand. I appreciate what they're doing. So this is likely a repurchase at some point down the road when I've come, you know, full circle on my explorations. I finally finished the full-size Fit Glow Beauty Night Essence and really like this product, but as I was saying, I have a beef with the product. So they market this guy here as refillable. But the whole goddamn thing is plastic. So this is what they're expecting you to keep. This plastic tube that basically looks like a OG baby bottle, like from the 90s, where like the milk went into the plastic thing, or like a puffer chamber. Why the fuck would I keep this? And it's plastic. So you're trading in plastic for plastic, and this is the refillable part, which is as much plastic. So you're, what? Why? Why are we still going for plastic? Put this in metal. Like, just make it like an aluminum can. I don't know. This is so unnecessary. And I bought this from the Green Jungle Beauty Shop, and I don't think I can just buy the refill. So I would have to buy the whole product, which means then I would be stuck with 2 of these old school baby bottle things. And it's just, why? Great product, but FitGlow, please rethink your refillable packaging shit, because this is stupid. It's not elegant. It looks fine from far away, but I don't want to keep this big hunk of plastic. No, but great product. But I don't think I will repurchase it because of the pure inconvenience of that much plastic. All right, just a couple more things here, and then I'm gonna sign off, but I'm gonna take a sip first. Another product from Garnier Green Labs. This is the Pore Perfecting combination to oily skin. What are you? It is a 3-in-1. Doing it like the boys with their multi-use products. Cleanses, exfoliates, and it's a mask. It was fine. I won't repurchase this. I didn't notice any particularly great things happening to my skin after using this. I was in an exploratory mood at the drugstore, however many months ago, many moons. It was warm out. It was warm today, but that doesn't count. You know, it was like spring or summer. Fine. B+ for effort. All right. Thayer's. My very haggard looking bottle of my Thayer's Witch Hazel Rose Petal Toner. And I've had this for so long because when I finished it, it was like 1/8 of the way full of the original product. And then if you followed me on Instagram and you remember, I may have talked about this, in the summertime, I decided to make my own rose water with wild roses. And so I made my own rose water and then filled this up with my own rose water. And it lasted until the beginning of November. So reused the bottle, and now it is time to move it along. But I do love Thayer's toners, the alcohol-free ones, because the alcohol is too harsh on my face otherwise. Then we have the Youth to the People Kombucha plus 11% AHA Exfoliation Power Toner. I see a lot of people liking this. It's got the lactic acid, glycolic acid, black tea, and tree bark. I wasn't particularly a fan of this. I think it was maybe just a little bit too harsh for my skin. The one that I'm using right now is from Pharmacy, and it's the BHA toner. I think in the Daily Greens line. Really like that one. This one, I could leave. So that's not a repurchase, but usually Youth to the People knocks it out of the park. It just didn't really hit the mark for me on that one. Then last but not least, I have raved about this many a times. It is the Typology Makeup Remover Oil with 7 ingredients. Just in these elegant bottles. It is too bad that they're plastic. They look like they should be glass. Just this kind of like very sort of classic, old school packaging style. But a beautiful, beautiful product. Their prices, I think I mentioned this before, I think their prices might have gone up a little bit, but overall I really appreciated this as an oil cleanser because it doesn't leave that like film on your skin. It emulsifies really beautifully. It does rinse off completely. So like if you use an oil cleanser in the morning, you don't have to worry about doing a second cleanse to just like get that film off your face. It does rinse off really nicely, but it was super, super effective at nighttime to like get all of your makeup off, rinse clean, and then you can still go in with that like double cleanse product to really get all of the last little bits and bobs and grimes and goos off of your face. But so lovely. And I really appreciated the price point of this. I have to go back onto their website and see what the cost is now. But I mean, if I ever do another purchase from Typology, I would pick this up again. But because it's, you know, a foreign brand and I'm having to import it to make it worth it, you kind of want to purchase more than one thing. And I have so much shit right now that nothing is worth like shipping costs and the time that it takes for something like this to get here. So yeah, that is the last 4 months of my empties. And I, for the most part, am pretty pleased with all of that stuff. And I've got a lot of like new in skincare that I'm using right now that I'm really, really, really liking. And I mean, I don't go through hair care very often. And like I said, I'm moving really kind of like back onto the solid shampoo bar train. So don't expect to see like hair empties from me anytime soon. It takes me a couple of years to like use up hair products, and I use powder dry shampoo, not aerosol. So like I'm not going through cans and cans of that like I was, you know, 5 or 6 or 10 years ago. So mostly my empties are going to be like candles, skincare, body care. But all in all, we've got some good shit here. And I think on average, I would recommend almost any of this stuff to anyone who has similar tastes in skincare. And I have like combination oily skin. When it's winter time, I get very like dry and flaky around my nose, but that is predominantly because as soon as I go outside or like hit cold temperatures, my nose starts to run. So I'm constantly just like sniffling and blowing my nose, and that is obviously very irritating, and so your skin reacts to that. And other than that, that is my skin type. So yeah, if you have similar tastes and a similar skin type, have at her. I am not gonna list all of this stuff below because I'm far too lazy. But I hope you enjoyed the empties. I don't know why empties are so satisfying, but it's just like, maybe we love having some really just innocent trash talk together for anywhere between 15 and 45 minutes. Next video coming up, I think is going to be pretty fun. Hopefully it's going to be holiday themed, my only real like holiday themed video of this 2021 Christmas season. But I have some new makeup coming. I'm hoping that all of it arrives by the time I want to film this. But the first part of it arrived. I can't get to it because all of my empties are in the way, but I, like many other folks on the interwebs, saw the release of Ariana Grande's new makeup beauty line, REM Beauty. But unlike most people, I think I was excited about it because I'm a huge Ariana Grande stan. I just love her so much. And again, I'm not a packaging snob, so I didn't look at her packaging like most people did and was like, with her budget, she should have done so much better, blah, blah, blah. Get bent. She's obviously targeting a very specific audience. I obviously fit into that audience, and I got the package today. I swatched all of the products. I didn't like fully use them, but the formulas seem really great. I played it pretty safe, but I'm pretty excited to play with them on camera with you guys, and I have another couple like things coming from Ritual de Fille, so I think we'll be able to make a really cute little holiday look that will be applied to real life scenario, because I fully intend on repurposing that look for some Christmas activities I have in my own schedule. Anyways, that is everything from me today, guys. I missed you so much. I'm so happy that you're here. Thank you so much for hanging out with me, and I